Um, so I did my informative speech on Grant Achetz. He's a chef of 2 restaurants now. One is in Atlanta in Chicago, and the other is also in Chicago. It's called Next. The reason I wanted to do it on Grant, I find him pretty interesting. He's a really amazing chef, and he in 2007 he got diagnosed with squamous cell carcinoma of the tongue. Doctors told him in order for him to live at all, he would have to have 2/3 of his tongue removed. That was unacceptable for him. So he just did the radiation treatment and eventually went into remission, all while he was still running Atlanta, which was, after 13 months, was awarded best restaurant in America, which is completely unheard of for a restaurant to only be open just over a year. With Atlanta, he totally changed the way everyone looks at restaurants. All the preconceived notions of 4-star, 5-star restaurant with white tablecloths and all this. He did away with all that. Even down to the plates. The plates are actually designed by one man. His name's Martin Kastner. They design each plate depending on what is going on the plate. Everything that he does is in the vein of molecular gastronomy, which is basically taking any normal food and changing it into something with a different texture, but with the same flavor, with a different look, with the same flavor. Really interesting thing is he posed the question of, what if I presented you with a root beer float, but it's not in a glass, it's on a plate. It's not a liquid, but it's a solid. It's not brown, but it's clear. You know, he said you would look at him like he was crazy, but when you eat it, it tastes exactly like a root beer float. That's just one example. You can do that with many things. He just wanted to do this speech on him because he's a really interesting individual. I've read some of his books, researched him a lot. Would love to go to one of his restaurants. He's now moved on to doing a new restaurant, a new concept, and it's called Next. That instead of going back to getting rid of the preconceived notions and turning dining into an experience and an entertainment, rather than just going out and just a nourishment for your body. Now you have to call and buy tickets instead of making reservations, which is a pretty far out concept, really, for the food industry. If you have to cancel your reservation, your ticket, they don't refund it. You have to sell it somewhere else, scalp it, whatever you got to do, or you just don't show up. So it's pretty interesting concept right there. A little bit more about him. He started his whole career working for Thomas Keller, who was a world-renowned chef in California. Went to work for Farron Adria at El Bulli, which is no longer there. Unfortunately, he closed. And that totally changed his whole outlook on everything and made him get into this molecular gastronomy. But, you know, just wanted to inform you of him. He's won lots of awards, won all of his awards while he was battling cancer and while he was still in the first year of opening Elena. Won James Beard Award for Best New Chef. Like I said, Gourmet Magazine's top restaurant in the country. Both of those are really unheard of and really, really difficult to get. But I just wanted to inform everyone about him and go and research him yourself. Go to his restaurant. I want to. I hope I can one day.